Hello everybody, welcome to the Mindfulness Project at Home with Tangled Feet. It's week 7 and this week we are in the meadow, and as you can see I'm outside, and if you have a little bit of outdoor space, maybe a little garden, maybe a balcony, maybe you'd like to stop the video now and try and take your screen outside so you can do the session with us outside too. If you can't, and it's absolutely fine, don't worry about that. Just thought I would say it in case that you can, because it's a lovely sunny day here. I don't know what it's like with you where you are. Maybe have a little quick look out the window and check if you haven't already. So welcome again. You don't really need anything this week apart from maybe your notepad and pen. We're hopefully going to be outdoors, so you're not really going to need your blanket or cushion either. Okay, so I'm going to hand you over to Rachel now for today's warm-up.
Hi guys, so lovely to see you. So if you're still inside like me, we can use our imagination to pretend that we're outside, and if you're outside it might even be a little bit easier. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stand up. And we're going to stand. So if you've done one of our other sessions, you might remember this pose. This is our mountain pose. Don't worry if you haven't, I'm going to talk you through it. So we stand with our legs together, and our arms down by our sides, and we stand very strong and tall like a mountain. And today, because we're thinking about the meadow, I want you to close your eyes, and can you feel the grass beneath your feet? So like I said, you might be outside, you might not. Can you use your imagination? Can you feel the grass tickling your toes? Can you lift your head? Can you feel the sun down in your face? Maybe it's through a window, maybe you're outside. And we're going to take a big deep breath in, and we're going to reach up and try and touch the sun. And as you breathe out, can you tickle your toes? Breathing in, we're going to take a little arm shake side to side. And then breathing out, we're going to place our hands down. And can you step back today? Can you do it nice and slowly? And then we're going to lay all the way down onto our bellies. We're going to take a big deep breath in. And anything that's worrying you, I want you to hiss out. And then we're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to come into our dogs. Now today, can you walk really, really slowly? Can you take tiny, like you're a little tiny baby? Can you take tiny, tiny steps all the way to your hands? And then give your toes a tickle. And then we're going to take a big deep breath in. Can you reach your fingertips all the way up? Try and touch the sun. Feel the sun on your face. And then bring your arms down by the sides. Lovely guys, we're going to do one more. Take a big deep breath in. Can you reach up, try and touch the sun, feel it on your face. And as you breathe out, can you give those toes a little tickle? Breathing in, we're just going to shake our arms like it's windy. Like you're in the wind. And then place your hands down, and again, very slowly, how slowly can you step back and be in a lovely straight line? And then we're going to lay down all the way onto our bellies. So anything that's worrying you, I want you to take a big deep breath in and lift, and I want you to hiss it out. And then we're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to lift up into our dog. Give your tails a waggle. And again, look forward. And very slowly, how slowly can you walk your feet towards your hands? Super, super slowly. Give those toes a tickle. Wake them up. Big breath in. Reach your arms all the way up to the sun. And then bring them down by the sides. Lovely guys. So I hope you're a little bit warmer. We're going to go back to Emily, and she's going to tell us our story for today.
Hello everybody. So I wonder if you can remember where Holly, Skip and Marshall have been on their adventures so far. Last week, do you remember it was night time? and we were focusing on the flame inside us and the light bulb in our minds. Well, this week they're going to the meadow. Shall we go with them? Shall we go on an adventure? Everybody up on your feet. And if you're like me and you're outside, maybe hopefully you've got your shoes and socks off. Have a little think about how the ground feels under your feet. What can you feel under your feet? Are you standing on grass, on concrete, on wood? The grass under my feet feels lovely and cool. And just take a moment to take a nice deep breath and focus on being outside. It's so important to spend some time outside. And even if you don't have any outdoor space, just get your window open and have a little look outside. And focus on a few things that you can see. So just take a couple of deep breaths here and listen to the sounds and think about what you love about being outside. Deep breath in and out and in and out, and last one, in and out. And can you start walking for me? Walking like Holly, Skip and Marshall. And before they get to the meadow, they have to cross a little stream. So can you step into that stream and imagine the cool water rushing past your ankles? And maybe the little pebbles you can feel at the bottom of the stream. Oh, maybe caught one under your toe. Get across that stream and keep feeling the water. Maybe it's coming up a little bit higher. Get across that stream and pull yourself out of the other side, up the bank of the stream. And on the side of the stream, there's really thick, oozy, squishy mud. Maybe sink your toes into that mud and have a good squish around. And imagine that mud under your toes. And keep picking your feet up out of the mud. And as we get through that, the grass is getting higher and higher, and it's really swishy, swashy grass. Can you swish and swash like the grass does? Moving side to side. That's it. Swishy, swashy grass. And now imagine yourself stepping through that swishy, swashy high grass. Pushing through until we come to a clearing in the middle of the meadow. And it's such a lovely spot. There's daisies growing, the grass is shorter, and the sun has just come out of the sky from behind a cloud, and it's shining right on your face. You enjoy that sunshine on your face. And now we're going to do a little bit of cloud gazing. I wonder if you've ever done this before. Can you lay on your back outside? Lay right back, or even just sit up like me and just take a big look up to the sky and look at any clouds that you can see up there. Are the clouds moving? Are there lots of them? Are there only a few? And if you're inside, you can still do this, because you can just look at your ceiling and imagine, use your imagination to see the clouds on the ceiling passing by. What shapes can you see in the clouds? I can see one up here that looks a little bit like a fish with a big bubble coming out of its mouth. And over there is one that looks a little bit like an island with an umbrella stuck on it. And as the clouds move and reform, you might see new shapes, new pictures, animals. And this is a really lovely exercise to do if you can ever find some quiet outside or look out of your window. If ever things are feeling a bit stormy, or you're feeling a bit nervous and butterfly in your tummy, maybe get to a window and have a look out and just watch the clouds passing by. See if you can see any shapes. Watch them for a couple of minutes. Take some nice deep breaths and notice if you start to feel differently. It certainly helps me. Cloud gazing is really lovely and really helps us to get rid of any stormy thoughts in our heads. I'm going to hand you back to Rachel now for the next part of the session.
So as you're already lying down after Emily's wonderful cloud gazing, we're going to stay lying down. And I want you to close your eyes. And now you may already be outside. Can you feel the ground beneath you? And if you're inside like me, can you imagine that you can feel the ground beneath you? Can you feel the grass? Can you imagine that you're laying in a great big field? Can you feel the sun shine down on your face? Can you feel the wind blowing in your hair? And can you take a big deep breath in and sigh it all out? And as you're laying in the field with your eyes closed, you might want to just think of when we have little moments that say, I can't do this. Maybe you get stuck at something. Maybe we feel a little bit sad. And all these I can't do moments. Maybe you feel they hang around you like dark clouds, blocking your sunlight and maybe making you feel a little bit sad. Now I want you to imagine as you're lying in the grass, there are lots of teeny tiny little ladybirds. Now we don't be afraid, because notice how kind and gentle these tiny little ladybirds are. Let them crawl all over your toes, and under your legs, and tickle your fingers. Maybe one rests on your nose or on your shoulders. And now notice how they start to fly towards those sad clouds, to all our sad feelings, all our little can't do it moments. Maybe it's unkind words that people have said to you. Imagine these tiny little ladybirds eating them all up. Maybe they're little things you say to yourself. Let the bugs eat these words. And notice how you start to feel better and better as all those sad little clouds disappear. Everything around you begins to lighten up. The sun shines a little bit brighter. We feel a little bit more settled. Maybe take a big deep breath in and sigh it all out. Don't worry, it doesn't harm these little creatures, our tiny little ladybird friends. It's part of their magic nature, and they help you and our sad thoughts disappear. So you can do anything. And now when you're ready, you might just want to start to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers and maybe shake one arm awake and shake the other arm awake. Maybe give your legs a little shake and just turn your head from side to side. Maybe take a big stretch up, reach up towards the sun, and then give ourselves a lovely little hug. And then very gently, maybe come and sit on your bottoms. So that's our session for today. We've been so happy to have you, whether you've been outside or inside, and we can't wait to see you next week. Who knows what Holly, Skip and Marshall will get up to then. But it's goodbye from us. See you later.